magic of the Cybernet Space Cube, the computer-enhanced podcast of the future. Transformers Slag Podcast.
What's up, everybody? How we all doing this Transformer Thursday? When you're getting a surprise live stream in the middle of the week, it means Proto Man's probably opening something. And this is one that's been kind of long overdue. It's an unboxing I've been wanting to do for a while. But at the time when I got it, I just didn't have the setup that I have now, where now we got the dual cam stuff and everything. And we could all crack open stuff. So since it's a Transformer Thursday, since I know for a fact there's not going to be anything big revealed today, I figured we'd do a unboxing. Let me just grab the box here. Again, this was a package that I got a while back, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here. Some stuff I actually had to take out because they're really good, important stuff that will probably be revealed at a future TFcon. That's all I really want to say about that. Stuff that you guys will understand and appreciate later when the time comes. But yeah, I have the free time for the next week and so because TFcon Baltimore is coming up. And now that I got the free time to kind of get ready for the show and everything, I'm going to use these next couple of days to kind of once in a while pop in. I think we'll have probably one more surprise live stream next week, just before TFcon Baltimore. Who's in the chat today? We got Patrick, we got Bigum, we got Ninjatron. What's up, Dylan? And we got Claude, who's one of my patrons. Very cool. Very, very cool. So let me change the camera view. You don't need to see my ugly mug. There we go. So we got a package in the mail here. It's a little zoomed in right now, but that's because the content will require a lot more focus. But the individual that sent it to the P.O. box, I don't know if he wants his name. Let's just call him Ed. Ed sent this to me. He sent a lot of cool stuff in the past. What's up, Rashid? Nice to see you in the live stream. It's something that, he's been sending me a lot of cool stuff in the past in the mail, and just haven't gotten time to open up this one. And this one's really cool because it's a little bit of blind box kind of stuff too. So let's just go through it together. So what did he send? He sent first this really cool, and again, shout out to Ed. Awesome dude. This YOLO Park Peace Through Tyranny bag. And then on the other side here, you got the Decepticon Autobot. So that's really cool. YOLO Park's really killing it right now with their model kits and stuff, especially the Transformer 1 kits. And then, of course, here's a little bit of Saint Seiya Pegasus Fantasy. Come on, zoom with me here. There you go. Very cool. Saint Seiya, the musical kind of thing going on there with a folder. Very nice. Grew up with Saint Seiya. It played in Quebec here. It played in French back in the 80s. Chevalier de Zodiac. So have some childhood memories with that. We also got two little keychains here. We got a Ultra Magnus from IDW and his inner counterpart. And lastly, outside of the main feature, we got a little Super Mario here, Jax, because everyone knows I love my video game action figures. But that's not the main focus today. The main focus today is some beautiful blind stuff. Some very, very rare, beautiful blind stuff. Let's get them all out here for y'all. Now, something I've been marked because I wanted to make sure I get specific ones, but I'll just take those off. But yeah, so we're going to be opening these together, see who we get. So these were the Japanese Beast Wars Kabaya PVC line. Came out around 1997 in Japan. And what was really cool about them is, you know, not only did you get some nice PVC figures of featured characters, but they also kind of sported a style that was more reminiscent of the action figures and less of the animation model. So, like in this Series 1 packaging that we have here with Comboy, aka Optimus Primal and Megatron, and again, you have the silver head, which is more like the toy. You got, let me just zoom in there, and of course, the zooming won't work well because it's very bright today. But you got Primal, you got Megatron, Cheetor, or Cheetahs, you got Dinobot, you got Rhinox, and Rattle, aka Rat Trap. So that was Series 1. And what was cool about Series 2, although it doesn't have nice box art anymore, it featured a lot more toy exclusive characters. You got like Polar Claw there, Iguanus, you got the Bat Primal, you got Waspinator and Pterosaur. And again, if you look at the Scorponok, they're featuring more of the toy colors, if anything. So let's see who we get. Let's see who we get in each box. So it'll be pretty cool. So we'll start with Series 1, because why not? Because that's how we work. And then we will see. If we get some doubles, they'll go on the chopping block at a future TFcon or whatever. Probably should have got a larger. Who do we got in this one? So the Kabayas, usually, if I remember correctly, they also came with candy. Oh, so we got. Oh, look at this Dinobot. Here, let's crack it open. Let's crack it open. You guys are welcome to super chat or anything if you want to. You would not be interrupting. So we got a Dinobot there. Again, really sporting the toy accurate kind of style of the design. So you can even see, like, look, the hinge of what would have been the toys back there. It's like they literally took the 1995, 96 toys and kind of reinterpreted them as these little PVC figures. Yep, no junk, no candy with these ones. Actually, kind of a good thing. Oh, wait, is there something in there? There's got to be. No? Oh, there is. How old are these? I am not eating them. This is almost 30-year-old Japanese candy. Might as well be mothballs at this point. Yuck. But yeah, we got the Dinobots. Who else do we got? Number 2. We got Beast Wars Megatron, my favorite Transformers villain of all time. What's up, Eyes on Ace? There he is. Again, rocking more of that toy style. Very cool. Purple head, more of a light purple for the Dino mode. Primary black body, again, mostly what the toy was based on, but very cool. Very, very, very cool. And again, extremely old candy from 30 years ago almost. Not going to eat them. Fun fact, I actually, is it nearby? No, it's nearby. One moment. Let me grab them. So I bought years ago cases of Donkey Kong trading cards from 1982. These are over 40 years old. Stick of bubblegum. Bazooka Joe bubblegum still inside. You can even see it. It's in there. So I cracked a few packs of these. The bubblegum was still in there. And just for the heck of it, I just tasted a little bit of the 40-year-old bubblegum. It tasted terrible. I did not get sick, but yeah. So needless to say, there's a lot of old food in the old Proto Man house indirectly. Not by choice. Not by choice, my friends. Not by choice. Ooh, almost cut myself there. Candy cigarettes. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Those Popeye ones. Oh, who's this one? Oh, we got Primal. We got Optimus Primal. And what's cool about him, again, he's rocking the mace. That years later would be retconned into the face of one of the fossilizers. Again, very much a toy design. I apologize with the zoom. It only could do so well. There we go, a little bit. But very cool. So we got Primal, we got Dinobot, we got some expired gum. Who would be left? So Rhinox, Cheetor, or Rat Trap. I'd like to get the Cheetor. That would be cool. That would be cool. Let's see who we get. What's up, Mayoral? Yeah, finally. Got Rhinox. Finally getting around to cracking open this box. Just haven't had time. It's been a busy week. And then finally I had some free time. And again, it's really rocking that toy design. You never saw Rhinox ever rock the sword that his toy had. And the way that his chain gun of doom was depicted in the show was completely different than how the toy depicted it, almost more of just kind of a melee weapon that spun. But very cool. Needs a little paint there on the chest, but otherwise, and having more of that mutant head, which was more of a wrapped face as opposed to the mohawk head and old candy. I'm pretty sure these got to be like mints or something. Expired mints. Do not eat. Do not eat. So that's the four. So I'm missing Rat Trap and Cheetor. So I don't know how I'm ever track those down. They're pretty rare these today, but if I ever find them, now I know who to get. Who to get. But yeah, let's crack open series 2 here. We got a super chat from BDS. Do you think 86 Devastator will be like Combiner War, the Combiner Wars combo style? I firmly believe. I actually did a segment about this a couple of weeks ago. I forget what I called it. I think I called it like how Devastator is going to work studio series. And I'm especially considering that the limbs are going to be deluxe class. I'm very much convinced that it's going to be very similar to how the original G1 toy was done, where a majority of Devastator's forearms are going to be a parts forming thing that's just going to be on the side that you just clip on, and that'll be that. And that's how they're going to get away with having arms be deluxe classes, but yet this is supposed to be a massive, you know, Titan scale almost figure. That's kind of how I imagine it. It's going to be, again, go look how the old G185 combiner worked, and you'll get more of an inspiration. A lot less of how they handled the I guess you could call it Combiner Wars or United Warrior, as it was called in Takara. That's kind of how I see it. You know, it's just I don't know. It's. And speaking of Combiner Wars, again, shout out to the creator of the Combiner Wars era. It was actually one of his first gigs as the head designer. But shout out to John Warden, who recently got let off by Hasbro. Was with the company for many, many years, even before Transformers. He was in a lot of the other stuff, and I'm pretty sure we'll talk to him in the future. And I wish him luck in all his future endeavors. And he was a very talented dude, very friendly dude too, and definitely a fan. If I had to peg John Warden, he was definitely a G1 fan. He wasn't just someone who was someone who worked in the brand. He was someone who loved the brand. So wish him all the best and all the recent news that has come out. There's probably going to be more information in relation to Hasbro business-wise over the next 24 hours. But that's another topic that we'll get into when the time comes. Thank you, BDS, for the super chat. So let's crack these ones open. So again, this one, what's cool about these is you got some non-show characters too. And hope there's no doubles. Good for you, because I'll obviously give people an opportunity to buy them from me, but not so good for me if I want to get a full set. Polar Claw would be really cool to get, though. Again, also, it has those terrible candies. We got a Scorponok. Very cool. Let's see. Very toy-accurate Scorponok, even the way his face looks there. Does he have his Cyber Bee? They didn't put the Cyber V sculpted into, I think it would have been in this one here. But again, going with his toy colors, with the hard blacks and the reds, and that very different face sculpt there with the visor. Very cool. Very, very cool. Patrick Brown, so likely two Voyagers and all the combiner accessories for 90s. Well, yeah, all the other ones are supposedly it's two Voyagers and a bunch of deluxe classes to make up the other four members that are going to be the legs and everything. But again, we will see. We will see what happens with that. I hope for no double seal. Oh yeah, here's the one I was looking forward to. But you always got to go with the obscure. My boy Polar Claw got shafted during the Kingdom art, so now at least we got a Polar Claw figure. I think I'm gonna do a photo shoot in the next couple of days. I'll do like an Instagram and Twitter photo shoot. I'll put this Polar Claw with the original. Not much Polar Claw merchandise, so you gotta take what you can. Again, he doesn't have his Bat Boy; would be inside somewhere in there. But that's really cool. And the non-mutant head, the mutant head was the red one, which was on the back. But they're just going with the toy here, looking real cool. This is the one I wanted more than anything. Good old Polar Claw. Good old Polar Claw. Very cool. Yep, Ninjatron, you are correct. There is going to be a lot of stuff coming forward over the next couple of days. I believe Toy Book was talking about them. Such is the biz, unfortunately. Never forget, guys, we love Star Wars or Marvel or any of these things, and Transformers also, but these are owned by corporate companies, and that's just kind of how it is. We got the Scott McNeil. We got the Waspinator. Ugh, Jeez, look at that one. That is toy as F. The translucent blues now more of a solid blue based off of the old toy. At least they went with the mutant head. They didn't go with that. I guess we call it the robot mode head that the original had. That was used for like Buzzsaw in canon. But not the prettiest of the bunch. Even though I love Waspinator as a character, this one's kind of eh. Love Waspinator, but I would have appreciated more non-show character toys. The panda from Robot Chicken. They use that Polar Claw toy. And David Kay's voice. We got Pterosaur. Very cool. It's a very weird Waspinator, right, Ninja? This Pterosaur. What's interesting about this one actually is a little more show accurate, a little more, because if it was has to have more of that purpley pink kind of head for toy accuracy, but then again, I think they wanted to limit the amount of decos that this figure would have because Boom Boom with the yellows, a little bit of blues there, the black probably for the arms, and everything is molded in red, and the white for the face. So very cool. I like how it says Takara 97 right there, so that's a nice touch too for the base. We got a super chat. Time of the end with the $2 super chat. Will the Studio Series 86 Devastator be the same size as Combiner Wars one? According to Evan Brooks, who did a interview, he said that they will be comparable, maybe slightly smaller. He has not compared them, but will be in the same range. So that at least is, some good news. I mean, when you look at the original Combiner Wars one, when you look at the arms and legs and stuff, and the size that it is compared to other Titans at that time, they clearly are, small Voyagers, large Deluxes, and just kind of making up for it with all the parts and pieces. But that was sold in box sets before, so it's kind of hard to break down the individual prices and pieces of each individual unit and quantify it. I mean, some could say that the legs and arms of the Combiner Wars one could have been deluxes in a box, especially the way we have deluxes today. Maybe not so much, but we will see. We will see. But he said comparable, so we will see. We got this one's awesome too. Yeah, this is another one I would have wanted. Be the Batman. Bet the convoy. Convoy bats. That is very cool with his two swords. That sucks because we don't have the crocodile Megatron. That would have been a nice companion. But yeah, man, Bat Convoy there. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. I love that one. That's nice. I want fiction of this. I want like a what if alternate continuity one shot Beast Wars comic where all the other characters are left in tow. We don't have Rhinox, we have Razor Beast instead, and we don't have Gorilla Primal, we have Bat Primal. That'd be really cool. And get Josh Perez to draw it or color it or whatever, because he would love to do that. That's a story he'd love to do. Thank you for the super chat. Time of the end. And here's the last one, which we're hoping, I guess that's Tarantulas, that last one. So let's hope we get Tarantulas. Let's hope. Shall we? Come on, let's not stab ourselves on the last one. There we go. Probably wondering why am I keep cutting it? It's because I want to maintain the boxes as best I can. They're very pretty. Yeah, we got Tarantulas, so we got a full set at least for this one. Very cool. He's number 5. Very, very, very cool. And again, Tarantulas. Who doesn't want to get out here? Rockin'. Yeah, it's just like the Waspinator. Just what a wide stance. But this one's again also rocking much more a toy design because of the greens that are used for the arms. This would have been translucent on the original toy. And then, of course, at least it's using the mutant head, which is what was then used in the show. His weapon that was packed in. Look at the legs there. All those legs that would have detached to make individual missiles. Very cool, though. But look at like same thing like the Waspinator. Like, wow, they really like split them out there. Where then you guys got like Polar Claw, but they almost look tiny next to them. But yeah, this one, put them here all together now. Let's put them all together. We'll put the Preds together. Do we have a full team? We almost got a full team. Look at that. Look at that. We got the full season 1 team, not counting the pod people. And of course, and then we got 3 of the 5 of the season 1 team, and then of course 2 outliers. Now, granted, we don't have the Rat Trap and Cheetor, which would have completed the set. But still very cool. Still very, very cool. Again, thank you, Ed, for sending those along the way. They will be gloriously loved in the collection, especially since Beast Wars is my favorite Transformer series of all time. And any merch that comes out is welcome. That's something that I've always found fascinating about Beast Wars is because it was such an unexpected success, Hasbro did not really bank on that. And by the time they really realized what they had going on here by 97, 98, they had not really merchandised anything. Like when you look at in the West, in terms of Beast Wars merchandise, you got a couple of puzzles, you got a video game by Hasbro Interactive, then of course later on PlayStation games like the Beast Wars Metals Fighter. But it's like there isn't much in the West in terms of merchandising, which you would think would a show that was like number 1 with Boys Demo and number 1 best-selling toy during the holiday season of 97, 98. You would think there'd be like costumes and, play sets and mats. Oh, there was the mutating card game. How could I forget that one? That actually was made around the same time that the show was first launching. But there really wasn't much. There really, really, really wasn't much. But Japan really picked up the slack because Japan, there was magnets, there was play sets, there was these PVCs, model kits. Japan's the kings of merchandising, and they know what's up. And not to mention, to be fair, they got this 2 years after we got it, so they were able to prepare and know, okay, we got a cool CG Transforma series coming. We're going to get all the things lined up. We're going to talk to Kabaya. We're going to talk to Ramune. We're going to talk all up to our licensors and partners and do all that merchandise. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I have a few of the Ramune ones too, like that are like Beast related. So I'm gonna take some nice photos. But these are pretty rare. These are pretty rare. You know. Joseph, the Microverse playsets, though, those were made in house by Hasbro. Microverse, which wasn't Micro Machines, but Micro Machines was actually also owned by Hasbro through the Kenner division, but and Galoob when they bought them out. But Microverse was actually made by Hasbro. It's more I'm surprised that they didn't license more. You know, you would think like there'd be Beast Wars wrapping paper, Beast Wars pajamas, Beast like I'm surprised how crazy Beast Wars was during its run and how successful it was and how little there was. But then you look at like Armada, which did have success, but not even close to what Beast Wars had. And Armada had flashlights and I mean like candies and trading cards and all kinds of crazy stuff, all kinds of crazy, crazy stuff. Sharif, hey, Proto, these are so super cool to see. Yeah, they really are, Sharif. They really are. Like, again, big shout out to Ed. Thanks again for the hookup. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I really dig about Transformers. This is the stuff that you could go to big Transformer conventions like TFcon or BotCon, and you won't see people even carrying this. You could go on eBay and not really see this kind of stuff. So it's much appreciated, much appreciated. Love it, love it to death, and it's just so cool. Especially the characters that didn't get love. The fact that you could get a Polar Claw figure, the fact that you could get a Bat Primal. When they did that Rescue Bots Croc Megatron figure, like I was passing the play school aisle like a creepy dude, creepy guy in his 40s for like weeks. Like in no reason should I be going into the play school aisle, every single time I was at a Toys R Us or Walmart. But I was like, where's that? Where's that? Oh, cat has the zoomies. What's up, Butters? Cat is running around like crazy. But yeah, man, very hype, very hype, very hype. So it was always an anomaly to me how they didn't they didn't do more, and so I have to rely on Japan for that. I mean, I got weird stuff. I got like Beast Wars magnets, like cute little SD magnets that like Japan did. I got like all kinds of weird stuff, model kits, and I have a slot machine, like a miniature Beast Wars second slot machine that you put a coin in, you pull it down, and if you win, like coins come out. It's very silly. I think I bought that from Azusa like almost like 2 decades ago. All kinds of weird stuff. One day I'll do another one of these videos and I'll show some of my weirder things. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's just we'll switch the camera right now if you want it. There we go. But yeah, so it's something where just kind of wanted to just crack open these guys, show them off. Again, thank you to Ed who sent it. I made a promise I'd open it up on the live stream when I finally had a setup like this with the camera down. So a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. So I also want to say, this weekend on Saturday for the live stream, we will be revealing a TFCon exclusive. It's going to be a big one. People are going to go pretty nuts. I know that people are going to get angry because they might not have opportunities to get it because it'll be exclusive to Baltimore. I'll give a warning in advance so people don't get angry then. If it does very well, I'll try to figure some way that I could have more produced maybe in the future. No promises, maybe just for my Patreon people. I don't know, because it's really tough to have these mass produced, stickered up, decaled up, shipped, planned. It's a whole thing. So it's something where we'll see. We will see what happens with that. And but I know it's going to go over very well. I've already shown, some people it, and they're like, "Man, that's going to sell out right away," and it will. It will, because I always price my stuff very low. I don't care about profits. I just care about it getting into people's hands. So whatever it costs me, I just kind of put the cost to match that, and that way it could just get into people's hands and they could have a cool little exclusive instead of having to buy a $200 crazy item when they go to the show. I can't say what it is though. I can't. I cannot. I want to really surprise people. That's all it is. Not to mention, it wouldn't be fair to the people that were also involved in designing it and the people who did the art and stuff. Like, it's a group project altogether, and it's just something that I know will do well. And I mean, look, you don't have to wait long. It'll be this Saturday. This Saturday we'll do the big announcement, Patrick. But it's going to be cool, and that'll be available. I believe we're going to have it because usually what I would do with the exclusives is I would have like a Friday early purchase if you're in person at the convention, but I don't think I'll have the opportunity to do that. So it'll have to be Saturday. What we'll do is Saturday at the Aaron Archer Proto Man table, we'll have it available there. First come, first serve. In terms of patrons, if you've been a Patreon person for more than a year, we'll work something out to have it shipped to you if you can't come to the show. Again, numbers are very limited. I'm going to try to figure something out with the patrons because I know that they're very important and I want to really give them special treatment. And the same thing with YouTube members. So it's something where if you've been one for more than a year, I want to reward you guys back with it. Just pay the shipping. That's all I ask. Just pay the shipping and I'll send you one. And we'll figure out a way to have them produced if you're interested. If you're interested, because I've had people that I mean, when we did the Megatron one here, the little Genesis one here, I'll switch to the other one here for a moment. When we did the Megatron one a while back, the little Megatron cartridge, some people who are patrons didn't care. They didn't care if they got, everything's removable, of course. Everything's 5mm pegs if you want to use it. Um, some people didn't care about a little Megatron. It's just fun. Fun little items. Put it with your with your bots. Especially if you're a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, you get the reference with Megatron there. Mega Drive Tron. If you really zoom in, you can't see here, but it says Slag at the top instead of Sega. But you know, very very cool stuff. Very very cool stuff. Let me get back to the camera there. But we will definitely have that at the booth. If I remember correctly, we made it a limited run of 75 of them, and every time it sells out. So, and this one especially, like no joke, like people loved this one. Like this one, which camera are you using? This one, we had, I believe, 75 or 100 at TFcon Toronto, and those were gone. So, and that's Toronto. No offense to Toronto, but that's the smaller show. Baltimore is going to be bigger than Toronto, and there's going to be some people leaving would feel bad that they weren't able to get it. So that's my only concern. I don't care about it selling out. That's never my concern. My concern is people being unhappy because they can't get it. So, Star Warrior, yes, we do have. I think I have one or two of the Megatrons left over. I think I do. The one that's over there is actually my personal one, but I think I have one or two left over. I know you're a patron, so if you're part of the Patreon, just message me and we'll work something out. Message me through Patreon because that's usually the easiest way to contact and communicate with me, because I also get the emails and everything where, if you do it through other means, it might get lost. So, not to mention sometimes, you might message someone on the Discord or on Twitter and it's not me. If you message me on Patreon, it's me. It's 100% me. No fakeness. But yeah, I think I have a few extra. I'll definitely work something out for you, brother. Make sure you get one. Like I said, just pay shipping. Don't worry about anything else. I just so I could pay for the padded envelope. Because when I did free shipping 2 years ago for the Famicom Boy, and I was like, oh, $5 shipping, I think I asked or something, whatever. And man, did that cost me. because it came to like, I think it came to like $12 a ship. Keep in mind, this is all coming out of Canada. And I lost like $2 per, and like 30 people wanted it. So that was $60 out of my pocket. But whatever, you know, you make a mistake, you make a mistake. You just got to take it, you know. So um, yeah, the Optimuses were available at San Diego Comic Con because we did a first run of those for, I believe it was, where did we debut that? Did we debut it at Florida first or Toronto? I forget. The chicken came before the egg. I don't remember, but I remember we debuted it at one of the shows. It sold out, obviously, and then we did a second run, and we did the second run, and there was like five or six left. So yeah, I think we did. We debuted it at Florida, and then we brought it to Toronto. And because we made so many for Toronto, and Toronto is a smaller show, okay, now it makes more sense. But either way, we had left over for that. I think we had like six or seven, so we brought them to San Diego at the Symbiote Studio booth, and whoever wanted it. And granted, San Diego, 100,000 people at those shows, so those were going to disappear to whoever wanted them. I didn't expect, that wasn't part of the plan. I was just kind of like, I'll bring them. Whoever's there, they could grab them, and that'll be it. You know, gave two of them to the Hasbro peeps. They got some. You know, who else got some? I remember there's a few people that got them, but it was cool. It was cool. Just wanted. Oh, that new guy that I met there, Pat the NES Punk. I think that's what his name was. He got one. He dug it. Nice dude. There was a few guys there that came by. Nice dude, that Patrick. Eyes on Ace. Sorry, stepped away, came back. Just paying for shipping. What are you talking about? Just talking about when I reveal the exclusive. If you've been a patron or YouTube member for more than a year, I'll send you the exclusive for free. Just cover the shipping. And the shipping again won't be more than like, I assume $10-15. Every year I do this, and shipping goes up a little bit due to inflation. So what I'll do is, obviously, when I get back from the con, I'll measure it. It's pretty much cost of a padded envelope, tracking, and the actual shipping itself. Padded envelope I buy in bulk, so it comes to like 40 cents a unit. The tracking along with the shipping, again, 10, 11, 12, $13. I don't know, something like that. Horned Owl, plus some of those Optimus Primes were lost in the mail. All you got was an empty envelope and with the card inside. Yeah, well, that was something where when I first did the shipping for it, I used a very basic envelope, and that was my mistake. Again, I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible to have it shipped out to you guys. That was a mistake on my half. I didn't realize that some mail offices would literally like take the envelope and run it through like rolling pins. I don't know what the machine is they use, and then whatever would be spat out at the other end, they would just throw out or steal, because they steal stuff in the post offices, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Again, patrons, YouTube members, which are my beautiful green names there. When we do the reveal, if you're over a member for a year, contact me through whatever way. Again, patrons through Patreon, YouTube members through Instagram and or Twitter. I wish YouTube had some kind of method of communication for my fans, but they got rid of that because people are stalkers apparently, and YouTube doesn't want to give people access to their creators. Okay. Kind of understand that, but kind of also don't understand that. Don't worry, Eyes on Ace. I'll take a look. I believe there's a way to tell too. I know that they tell me on my end how long someone's been a member, but the only reason why I say a year is just because the item is a little more costly this time. So I just don't want to just be throwing away an item that's like $40. Or though I don't know what I think I'm gonna ask $30 for it. I'm not too sure. I think like I have to crunch the numbers of how much it cost me to manufacture it against how much I want to ask, but I just want to break even. That's all. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I just want to break even. You know, I'm not trying to make money from this stuff. You know, if I end up with like $700, that $700 goes towards the manufacturing or something, or especially towards the next one. So, but yeah, you know, so it's something where we will see. We'll see. That'll be in 2 days from now. I'll do the reveal. There'll be the drama. There'll be the angry people who can't come to the show, who are like, "Oh, I want to be able to get it," but that happens always. I'm used to it at this point now. Every time I reveal one of my exclusives, there's always people that are angry that they can't get their hands on it. But again, and I don't want to like feel like I'm shilling, that's what the Patreon is for. If you're part of the Patreon and you've been a loyal person that's part of it, I'll give you that opportunity. I'll put stuff aside for you, where everyone else, I can't make everyone happy, you know? Joseph, what's up, man? Look what's getting some use. Yeah, look what's getting some use. You know what's hilarious? I put that up about, I want to say, 2 weeks ago, and then like in the middle of the night it fell. Freaked the crap out of me because it like fell and it just like knocked over a bunch of stuff on the way down. I was like, what the hell? Um, I think I have another poster you sent me too. Um, Patch Brown just checked. I've been a member for over a year. Yeah, you could check. I believe YouTube gives you some way of checking and knowing. But so that's going to be something that, again, this Saturday, that will be the reveal. So we'll have a reveal of a TFcon exclusive this Saturday, and it'll be the last live stream for the next week or so because the following week I will be at TFcon Baltimore. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and of course Monday I'll be leaving on a jet plane back home. Um, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I just confirmed that Dynamite Entertainment with the Transformer 4th anniversary trading card set. The CEO will be there at the show too, so it's probably not announced publicly yet, but let's just break it right here. They will be at the show, so that's pretty cool. They just told me that they're going to be coming because we have to do some networking too with that stuff. Just a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff that's going to be going on. I think RoboSend's going to be there. I think they have a booth. Um, just a lot of cool things. I'm looking forward to Baltimore. It's been a while since I've been there. I think the last time I was there was one of the past BotCons, if I remember correctly, back in the early 2000s. What's up, Will? What's up, Alice? Just want to make sure I'm not missing nobody. But yeah, it's a cool symbiote thing. It's a shame that my lights here are covering it. I'm gonna get rid of these stupid chandelier lights. It was the wife's choice. I didn't want it. I don't like it. It's kind of ghetto. Um, she didn't get to decide most of the house, but the kitchen, the dining area, I let her pick that stuff. But yeah, either way, was that from? I know you gave it to me at SDCC. I know I have another one too. You gave me. I wish I could hang the other one in the TF room, but there's just no surface area for it that's in the camera shot. Maybe if we have something that's more longer. But either way, so that's going to be happening. That's going to be happening for Baltimore. So stay tuned in the next 2 days. Again, live stream on Saturday night. Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. For the Transformer Slag podcast Saturday Night live stream. We will have that reveal. We'll talk more Transformer toys and news and everything like that. And yeah, so thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats, the BDS and Time of the End. Thank you for the 2 little super chats. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. And thank you. I keep looking at this camera. Thank you, Ed, for sending me all the little Beast Wars Kabaya PVCs. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So I'll talk to you guys in the near future. And thank you for coming to this unexpected live stream. And yeah, take care. And as always, roll out.